Right then guys, welcome back to episode 9, where today it looks like we can actually sell some silage. It's nice to see that our bunker's actually working and not stealing all of our silage like last time. So I'm glad that that's back to normal and we've resolved that issue. We need to go down to the shop so I can get a forage wagon. But I don't think I'm going to use a small one like I have been using previously. Probably going to be getting a slightly bigger one. But I have to bear in mind that the tractor has the capability of actually pulling that forage wagon. Otherwise, in the long run, it might end up taking us all day to move all this silage. Either way, I'm fairly happy with how much silage we've actually got to sell, so this might actually be a bit of a turning point for our farming series, and we might be able to make some big purchases in the near future.
So I'm just gonna get the greenhouses sorted. They need to have the water topped up. We certainly don't want them running out because we want to try and produce as much as we can from these. Obviously, money is the essence at the moment, something we haven't got a lot of but need a lot of. So first things first, this greenhouse, which is our biggest one, which uses the most water obviously. Although, to be fair, that hasn't actually used that much water in the time. Just a little bit of an accident there. And turn around and back over to the other one, get that filled up. I'll be surprised if this one's used a lot actually, to be honest. It doesn't seem to be producing quite as much as we'd probably like, but there we go. Once I've done this, I'm going to head off to the shop and pick up the cultivator that we're going to lease again so that we can get the field turned around.
Just arrived at the shop and we should check out what we can actually get. Obviously it's going to be on lease again, but everyone has to start somewhere. I think obviously the more that we get into this, we will have to look into getting our own forage wagon. Also maybe upgrading a tractor, because if Jodie's seeding, she needs to have at least a medium tractor to be able to pull that along the field. So at this point, going forward, especially buying our own machinery, we have to keep mindful or be mindful of the capabilities of the machines that we've actually got so far. So I'm happy with this one. Slightly bigger. Yeah, should take a few trips, but hopefully not too many. Suppose we'll find out.
Here we are then, just coming up to the shop now. There goes Jack with his forage wagon. So we need to get a cultivator so that we can get this field turned around again. Obviously we're still turning it around with the wheat, keep those chickens fed. It helps if I go to the right menu. So cultivators, there we go. I always forget which one we normally go for. We're just sticking with the same one at the moment just because funds are tight. I think it's this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. That'll do. Obviously still leasing because money isn't huge at the moment.
Let's get this loaded up then. This could prove to be a bit difficult here, especially starting off. I seem to be getting stuck. Oh god. Okay, there we go. First bit in. Yeah, this isn't great, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. We just need to back up a bit and try and force it over that mound. Can it pick any of that up? This is definitely where we need a bigger tractor with a bigger engine just to drag that forage wagon through it. If not, we may have to turn to just using sort of a bucket with the forks, but not sure how that would impact the tractor with the weight on the front of it.
I'm rocking and rolling with this field. Once I've done this, I believe we've got quite a few pallets that need to be sold. Obviously, that will help us a lot. And I believe Jack's got quite a few trips on his hand with getting the silage all sold, which can only be a good thing, obviously. And then I'm not entirely sure what else we're going to be doing today, but I guess we'll soon find out. It's surprising how quickly the time goes when you're on the farm, getting all the jobs done.
So we've just arrived then, and all we've got to do is back it up onto the bay and get it sold. This looks like we might actually have a few trips with this forage wagon, but I'm happy because we are actually starting to make money. So let's take a look. Nearly done. Okay, not bad. Just under 7 grand. So we can live with that.
We really need to have a good think about what we're going to do to progress. Obviously, progression is the key, but we need money to do so. So we need to think of something that's going to get us money quick and in huge amounts so that we can actually push forward. Because at the moment we're just sort of ploughing along. Pardon the pun.
Back on the farm for round 2. So I see Jodie's cultivating. Looks like she's nearly done, so that's good news. So let's get this loaded up, and then hopefully we can have another 7 grand in the bank, which is really good news for our farm. And then we can be big spenders, hopefully. So our second load then. Let's get this unloaded. I'm loving this map at the moment as well. It's really easy to find all the places where we need to be going without too much hassle or obstacles in the way. Obviously we have turned the traffic off because I think that AI drivers are a little bit worse for wear, shall we say.
Last little bit to be done, and then I'm going to go and start selling the pallets. Obviously, we love selling stuff. Money is king on this game. Nothing is cheap, as in real life as well. So yeah, let's get going.
Back on the road again with load number 3, and it looks like Jodie's spent some money. Only a little bit though. I think she may have leased the seeder. That's not bad. I just hope she can get it back to the farm okay.
Before loading the pallets, I'm just been to grab the seeder from the shop, ready for Jack to do the seeding. This tractor really doesn't like pulling this. I'm bobbing all over the place.
And here we are again. This isn't getting monotonous or anything, is it? It's not a bad job though. Going to sell all your hard-earned sort of work, really. It's what it's all about. Let's see where this puts us in. And 43 grand. So we are making progress with this silage, which is very good to see, as it's fairly easy to be done as well.
So we've got a fair few pallets already on the trailer. I'm just going to head over here and put the forks on the front of the tractor so that we're ready to load the rest.
Here we go then, last little bit. And I see that Jodie is currently loading some pallets up, which is fantastic news, as that's even more money that we've got coming into the bank account. Even though that we do actually owe the bank a fair bit of money, but we won't talk about that as you guys already know. So this is only going to be a couple of grand, as it's not a full load. But either way, hopefully it might put us over 45 grand. It's a nice sort of figure to have in the bank.
I'm just going to head over to the bees and grab this pallet of honey that's over here. Fingers crossed we won't need to go onto the field where Jack's just nicely seeded that little bit. Not sure that'll go down too well.
No, you are actually seeing me seeding. I know, it's bizarre. Jodie's got me doing this. But it can't be helped. I will provide all the help that is needed for our farm. Hopefully we'll get somewhere.
So here's the moment of truth. Get these pallets sold. Not bad, £11,500.
It would be very helpful at this point if I had a bigger seeder, but I just don't think our tractor has the capability of pulling anything bigger. And for all the money that we've made, I don't really want to start having huge leasing costs.
I'm back at the farm and you guys might be wondering why I'm looking at this field. With a little bit more money, we could potentially be looking at buying this field, which will obviously help us progress a fair bit. So let's go head on over and see what it actually looks like. So I'll meet you guys over there. Here we are then. Wow. So this field's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, and much bigger than the field we've got now. So I think it's definitely a contender. So that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, drop us a like and subscribe. See ya!